I'm hoping that I can make this video without being interrupted, which is very likely to happen. If so, it might require some editing, but let's hope for the best, huh? I was gonna go find a nice quiet spot somewhere out in the world, but it's really cold outside and I just lost my nerve. So yeah, let's get to it then, huh? A couple days ago, somebody asked me to talk about why I decided to leave Freemasonry. I had mentioned it a few times in some vlogs. And then another person brought it up, and yeah, I guess I think it's about time to tell that story, the whole story, really. You know, I'm not just gonna skip to the end, you know. So yeah, take this off, and yeah, I'm gonna hold on to this because you know, even though I may not want to associate it anymore, but you know, it's cold outside, and a hat's a hat, no matter what you got stitched on it, right? All right, so if you've been following me, you know that many years ago I was into like conspiracy theories and stuff, which is what would have sparked my interest in Freemasons to begin with, occult stuff, weird stuff, whatever. Years ago, at my job, there was a guy there. This is back in like 2011. Maybe like late 2010, early 2011, and I got, you know, affiliated. I was at work and there was a guy there, pretty weird, quirky guy, and he was just talking one day, end of the day at work, and I don't know, maybe we were talking about like double shifting or whatever, and he's like, no, I got lodge work, so that right away that sparked my my interest. So I knew what he was talking about right away. And you don't say stuff like that unless you know, unless you want somebody to take an interest in it. So you're trying to catch somebody's ear. You know. So no, I asked him, you know, you're a Mason, yeah, you know, what's your degree level, this and that. And over time we got more, you know, we got closer. We became friends, I guess. And you know, we would talk about stuff, share ideas. He would ask me about what stuff that I know and correct me on certain things and share certain wisdoms and other things that weren't so wise. One day I was at a laundromat and I saw a guy there with a hat similar to this one, probably a different color or whatever. And I asked him about it, and he gave me the number to the worshipful master of the lodge. And unbeknownst to me, him and the guy at my job, they were part of the same lodge. And it was all interconnected. So I called up, and I was very nervous. You know, I was what, 21 years old or something like that. I can't remember. Back around that time, somewhere around that, early 20s. Yeah, as you can already tell, this isn't the most exciting of stories that I've told. I guess it's not supposed to be though. You know, I was working a part-time job. I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't know anybody. I didn't have a lot of friends. Didn't have a car at the time. Didn't know shit. I still don't know shit, but even back then, and I was going through a bunch of stuff. I was sleeping on my father's back porch. I didn't have a car. I'd sleep there, hot in the summer, cold in the winter. I remember calling up the worship master and talking to him and him asking me questions. Why are you interested? This and that. They investigate you and look into you. And I was asking questions because I posted some atheistic things on Facebook or whatever. You have to explain that stuff away. And they had like an annual picnic I'd go to. I'd to meet people and talk and try to gather wisdom and stuff. Young and eager to learn about it. They came to my dad's house to visit, with the application and all that stuff. Filled it out, this and that. You had to pay a fee. Money turned out to be more important in Freemasonry than I thought it was going to be. You have to pay to belong. You have to pay your dues. It's like a union. You have to buy the suits. You gotta look a certain way. Like going to church. One thing I don't agree with, you should come as you are. There's always I'll get to that later. So yeah, I got to know people more. Got everything signed and squared away, and eventually, joined. My grandfather was alive at the time. He liked that I did that. His father was Freemason down back in the day down south. It was just cool for me to learn about that, to be a part of that. I wanted to learn more about it. I wanted to. The thing is, one of the people that asked me, I think his name was Eddie B something. The user asked me why I left. I told him I thought it would help. I didn't really elaborate on that like he wanted. Basically, I thought it would help me to become a better person. Maybe get more friendly, more sociable. Maybe through some way, somehow, make more money, get better job opportunities. There are perks like that come with it. For example, if you're in the line at the DMV and you're wearing a hat, and the guy signing everybody in sees you there, he's gonna call you over. Hey, thanks for coming back. Here's your number. You just skip 30 people, you get to go. Stuff like that. That's always nice. By the way, I'm not revealing any big secrets here in this video, so if that's what you wanted, don't get your hopes up. Yeah, I thought it would help me to be stronger and smarter, and maybe find a way to conquer what I saw in myself that I didn't like. Freedom from slavery, from enslavement to sins and dark thoughts or what have you. Salvation, I guess. And a little bit of status here and there, getting to tell people that you're a part of that. There's a little bit of ego that goes along with that too. Not going to deny it. Some of them would, but not me. Yeah, so it was, I was in it for a few years. I'm a Master Mason. And I choose not to affiliate with them, but because You know, firsthand I witnessed stuff that I didn't like. Drama, deceit, um, infighting, stuff that you wouldn't expect, disrespect from them. Experienced older guys. It was a predominantly Haitian lodge that I belonged to. There was drama about so and so taking funds and using it, you know, I don't know, unwisely or misusing funds for earthquakes that would happen in Haiti. Um, Certain people like this part of Haiti, certain people from this part. Where's the money gonna go? Blah blah blah. You know, very childish stuff that I witnessed. You know, older guys that supposed to be respected and had the big head, big mouths, playing on their phones with the volume full blast. While we're trying to do stuff. People arguing when we have our um, installations, which is where the officers for the previous year step down or move up, in different ranks and stuff. Guys fighting. There's families there and stuff. People are fighting. I went to the Grand Lodge meeting. It's fun to see everybody, but there's just an aroma, an atmosphere of fakeness that I saw and I knew about. Going into it, I expected it, or I knew it'd probably be there. I wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt and hoping that it would just work, but clickiness, people not talking to you. There's racism there too. Racism is everywhere. It doesn't matter if you're wearing a fucking square and compass. You're in the military or you're in the government. It's everywhere. I'm not saying all of them are like that, but it does exist. I experienced it. I'm thinking these men are supposed to uplift me. They're supposed to embolden me, impart wisdom and information to help make me better. But yeah, I'm sitting over here watching all this stuff. Stupidity, ghetto-ness, dumbness, fighting, lack of patience, imprudence, racism. I'm seeing all this stuff and I'm supposed to go along with this, and there's other rules that I'm supposed to just submit to. You're not supposed to go against the government, the governing bodies. Fuck that shit. I don't like this government. Wake me up in anarchy. Lots of stuff like that. Even on social media is fighting. Like, where's the brotherness? Where's the brotherly love and the stuff we're supposed to stand for? I thought this was gonna be deep occult knowledge and spiritually advanced, enlightened people. But then I just found out what I kind of feared. They're just people. They're just people. It's nothing new. Just another club. Just another club I didn't fit into when I tried to be a part of, It was only like one brother who I still respect now. I had to tell him weeks ago, I choose not to associate anymore. I'm not gonna attend anything. I'm done. He didn't message me back since, and grateful for that. But he kept in touch with me all the time, even if I didn't go to lodge, even when my back was fucked up and I was out of work for 9 months. He'd send text or whatever, let people know I'm sick, while other people were just hounding me for money, harassing me. Didn't show any support or anything. He would, text me and stuff. He was the same guy who came to my dad's house, interviewed me that day. He's I look at him as a better example of what Masons should be like. feel bad that I ignored so many of his olive branches he would extend, check it out, make sure I'm coming, see if I'm coming here or there, to remind me of stuff. But it is what it is, man. Just fell the way it fell. It's not gonna go back. I have no interest in going back. Another thing that I think probably was the only real good thing I guess I did. The thing that I can say, like, yeah, I really, it's good that I did this. If it wasn't for me being in masonry, this couldn't have happened. So, I had another friend who was interested in it, just like me, looking up stuff and everything. He wanted to be a part of it, so he got started learning from me, teaching him stuff, and I introduced him to other people, and I bring him to the installations. He'd get to know people, and he's from what I know, as far as I know, today, he's doing pretty good. He's working. He's got a couple kids. He's a father now. But he's matured a lot. He's talking about a guy who went from being a psychotic, kind of like a loser, a bully, hatred for the world, hatred for himself, robbing people. I'm glad that he's turned his life around. I'm glad I was able to help him reach that, show him some light through this, But even if I couldn't hold on to that light for myself, I'm glad I got somebody else, some help or some relief. Hopefully he'll pass that on to somebody else. The guy who affiliated, who vouched for me, that when I met at work, we don't talk anymore. Yeah, we don't talk. We didn't really talk at all to begin with. He made sure to call me if he needed a ride for some cigarettes or something. But, I had some good experiences there. The picnics. There's an annual thing called St. John's celebration. I went there. I had a girlfriend at the time. She was the hottest girl there. Even years later, my brothers were telling me, remember when brother Ian came in and he quit his girl? They were all looking at her, and she was, that was, she was the chick. We were the hot couple there. It blows my mind, but fun memories like that. It was a hell of an experience. And it's not over. I can choose not to associate with them, but it's not like I'm not, a Mason anymore. Now, I don't have to call myself that, but to them I will be. And if I die in 20, 30 years, 40 years, if I die next week, it's likely there'll be at least one of them at my funeral. It's just how it is, 20 minutes, almost 20 minutes. Not bad. Lips feeling better. A little bit, still swollen though. Yeah, I lost the passion. I lost interest for many reasons. Probably some of my own, I don't, it costs money to keep going there, this and that. Paying the dues, driving across towns, buying the clothes to wear there. I'll probably donate everything I've got, my dress suits and my white tux jacket. Um, I'm not a very social person to begin with. Having to go there and having to put on that face and just fall in line like that, it's just not me. I try to, but just not me. I don't have any contempt or anything. No sour grapes for Freemasonry or any other brothers I had. I ran into one the other day at the gun store or at Bass Pro. Looking around and stuff. It's always nice to me. But it just I can't commit myself or pretend to belong or feign a passion in something that I have no passion for, that doesn't speak to me, doesn't work for me anymore. Just can't do it. So yeah, I revoke my my membership, my interests. I step down and take my apron off, so to speak, and lock it away. So